Hello everyone, we are live right now. Please let me know if the audio is fine, because I'm not too sure myself. We'll be joining you here in a minute. Yeah, just getting all the details done. Yeah, so we have a very strong match opening here today. We have the number 1 seed against the number 7 seed. So we're going to be looking at our best predicted team going up against the 7th best. And very interesting that the 7th best is a 2-man team. They are all by themselves, so we're going to have to see if they can cover all the necessary skill sets against such a strong performing team. It is going to be a rough time for them, but we are going to be there waiting. So we've got our map pool, and we've actually already got the first bands. So we've actually got the blue band on the Hard Rock 2 and red band on the DT2. So probably the weaker ones, they're a lot more mechanically focused with the Hard Rock 2 and the DT2 being very speed picked. And yeah, so they are going to be waiting on, I believe, red pick first. So yeah, perhappy with the first pick on the blue corner. We'll be waiting to see. A lot of interesting opinions on these maps that we've got here. The Hidden 2 has received a lot of feedback for being overall interesting, with it just being a square map, but we do have the DT1. Hold on a second here. I had a bit of difficulty. That is the red band, the blue band on that. But we do have the blue pick on the DT1, so we will be seeing that in action. Yeah, only AR10 with this DT1, so it's not too high of an AR. There is a slight problem. Oh, is my fan very loud? Oh, hold on. There we go. That should quiet it down for all of you guys. Wasn't aware of how loud it was being. But yeah. Nothing ever happens putting in KSN and Fentos. Very interesting. And I have just realized a very important detail. You guys haven't been hearing audio. First time stream scuff. Usual issues. Yeah, let me know if the audio's a bit off now. Alrighty, going in to the first match here. So it's going to be your average GT1, your aim consistency map, coming in at the 4.2 stars naturally, which should even out to about 6 stars with the DT modifier. First 100 drop from Fentos, holding 99 AC now, still very strong. The lead is going to push itself towards the red corner. All teams still holding the full combo. If Fentos can keep his amazing AC here, we're going to have a very easy win. Oh, nothing ever happens, and ooh, that is an unfortunate break for Uparu. That is going to give the Nothing Ever Happens team a massive advantage for this coming round. Unfortunate. It is now 1-2 with Tapsies versus both team members from Nothing Ever Happens, which is a rough position to be in. Oh, but there goes a break from Fentos, but it is going to be traded by Uparu. It is now 1-on-1 with KSN and Tapsis. But Fentos and KSN do still have the combo advantage and the accuracy advantage by the looks of it. Actually, no. Tapsi's holding 97 AC. Fentos made a huge AC drop at some point. Still the double FC on each side. Ooh. Another break from Uparu, but it's going to be traded by Fentos. We are nearing the end of the map here. It's looking like Nothing Ever Happens is going to take the first point. Ooh, break from KSN. Wait, it's going back. They might have enough time. It's going back. Perhappy takes the first point on the board. KSN's break was unfortunate as Tapsis was still able to hold a full combo. That is not what we expected to see. It is interesting as Perhappy now takes the first point. We are now going to be waiting for the second bit. The chat has mysteriously disappeared for some reason. Alright, there it is. Wow, what an unexpected first point. Nothing Ever Happens seemed to have such a huge lead, but that break from KSN just really ruined it. It is going to be the Hard Rock 1 for Nothing Ever Happens though. So let's see if they can take back their points with this. Alright, switching out members, Tapsies and Uparu going nowhere. They are a two-man band and will be on their own this entire time. Waiting here. It almost still just shocks me that they were able to take that point back so quickly. Just the swoop from the legs at the end. KSN's gonna have to make up for this mistake. They almost had a very easy break point there, but if they want to keep any sort of advantage, they have to take this point to avoid giving Perhappy a break point. stalling out their time a little here. Just waiting. There's gonna be Nutella coming in on the red corner to take place. Yeah, maybe Fentos wasn't as comfortable on the maps. Needs just some time to warm up. That's okay though. We've all got the nerves. Even I do here. But we will be seeing... Oh, actually no. It's going to be Evil Scene coming in. Maybe they had second thoughts. Or maybe Evil Scene was just really comfortable. Maybe a recent score. Yeah. We're just gonna be waiting. And looks like it's going to start here. And we are off. It's a fairly normal hard rock one, just regular aim with a bit of precision attached to it. Couple early hundreds on Perhappy. All of Nothing Ever Happens still holding the double SS. Maybe a little just uncomfortable on that high OD. Oh, but there's an early break from KSN. That's going to slowly push back for Perhappy. But this accuracy is still keeping them just barely ahead. If Nothing Ever Happens can just stall out a little longer for perhaps a break from Perhappy, they might be able to keep this lead. And oh, there goes Tapses. Unfortunate jinxing on my part, but it is going to be Nothing Ever Happens keeping their early lead. Their accuracy is almost impeccable. Each member holding around 98 AC, whereas Perhappy seems to be struggling just a little bit, getting closer to the 96. Accuracy is key when it comes to hard rock. Otherwise, you may just fall to the Giants. Tapsies on the recovery combo, KSN also on the recovery combo, each with their own teams. Still within less than 100k of a gap, so there is still a chance for Perhappy to bring this back. But if they do want to, they're going to have to hope for a break on Nothing Ever Happens' part, because they only have around a third of the map left here. So unless in the next minute that either of the members on Nothing Ever Happens breaks, we may be seeing a point kept on their part, equalizing it. But as the last round went, you never really know what's going to happen here. This is almost the exact same situation. They were holding, and then they fell. The gap is widening to over 115k though, so if Evil can, Oparu can keep their FCs here, we may see a double FC. Don't want to hit him with the accidental commentator's curse though, but they are both gonna hold with the double FC. The unfortunate break from Tapsus combined with the overall accuracy advantage of Nothing Ever Happens is just going to allow them to keep this lead as they claim a point and keep it stable. Yeah, coming in with a beautiful double FC from Evil Scene and Uparu. Very impressive on both of their parts. Yeah. Wow, very similar scores across the board, all within very close proximity of each other. It's just that unfortunate AC advantage of the left-hand side over them that allowed them to secure that point. Overall, it's now 1-1. And it is a hidden 2 pick, interestingly. Hidden 2 going for the pick. Hidden 2, very controversial in the map pool. It is just straight squares for the entire map. Let's see. This is all about consistency and reading. The AR8 can be a struggle for a lot of people. It's not every day that you get an AR8 map, especially considering it's all going to be stacked on each other. Very difficult to read overall. Yeah. Seems like Podgy, Nutella, and Fentos coming in for Team Nothing Ever Happens. Perhappy seeming to take a bit of a break, just familiarize themselves, or warm further. They are the only 2 members, so keeping that warm is very, very necessary for them here, because they don't have anyone on the bench that they can swap to. Yeah, we are going to be heading in here with Veggie, Fentos, and Podgy Nutella. No double backs. They are going to be staying. Let's see if Fentos can redeem himself from his prior performance here. And perhaps Perhappy might be able to keep themselves stable, or Nothing Ever Happens can take a breakpoint. They are the number 1 seed. Yeah. Heading in here. That looked like an early break from Tapsies, giving Team Nothing Ever Happens an early advantage to go off of. In fact, that is the only act drop in any way. The rest of the team holding 100%. Ooh, that is an unfortunate break from Uparu, but it's traded by Podgy Nutella. There is now only 1 FC remaining, and it is Fentos. He is bringing back. He is making up for his past mistakes. Tapsy's on the recovery combo, though. She is not letting Fentos out of his sights. Ooh, unfortunate misread from Uparu. This is going to keep Nothing Ever Happens' advantage here, with Podgy on the recovery combo and Fentos still holding a full combo. Ooh, but that is a break from Podgy. If Uparu and Tapsies can get good combo, they might be able to bring this back, but they have to hope for a break from Fentos. Almost. Ooh, unfortunate break from Uparu. That might have just sealed the deal. Nothing. Oh, a very unfortunate misread from Uparu. And Tapsy's misreads. Fentos finally breaking, but that doesn't matter. The gap in score is just too wide. 250,000 and growing. This is going to be a breakpoint for Nothing Ever Happens. And that last miss from Tapsy is just rubbing salt in the wound. 340,000 gap. This really was a map that could go 50-50. The 1 miss from Fentos, very impressive. Uparu, the only B rank. Unfortunate loss for them. That is going to be a break point for Nothing Ever Happens. If Perhappy wants to bring this back, they have to not only keep all of their points, but now they have to take a break point as well. Early advantage for Nothing Ever Happens. Yeah, it is going to be Nomad 2. A personal favorite of mine, but hey, that is stream player bias. Can't really blame me. But yeah, a simple 175 BPM stream / flow aim map. AR 9.2. Standard. Only 5.66 stars, on the lower side compared to most other maps in here. That does not always mean that it is going to be easy, however. You never know what could happen. All we know, perhappy could have some of the best stream players in the entire lobby. Nothing ever happens. Both teams taking a short time out, making sure that they've got all the correct squad members. Perhaps perhappy just taking a temporary break. Oh, my bad. I did not realize that was on. Yes, the score is 2-1. My apologies, fault. Yeah, we're going to be heading in here now. Perhappy really needs to take this point off of nothing ever happens. But it is their pick, so they probably have some form of advantage here. But can they beat the wondrous duo? All teams still holding a full combo. Again, nothing ever happens, holding that beautiful accuracy, just allowing them to get that early score lead. Getting here into a bit of a slow part. Slow builder. If Perhappy wants to take this point, they have to really get good accuracy, because nothing ever happens is just holding on strong, both still full comboing and getting that 99% accuracy. Perhappy is recovering a bit with that 98 AC, formerly 97, but they really are looking for a break from nothing ever happens, as well as holding that combo on their own side. But as we near the end of this map, it's looking like we're just going to get a 4-way full combo. Ooh, Podger nearly breaking on that slider, but holding on. It is now 3-1. Now, Perhappy really needs to make sure that they fix whatever may be going on their side. Otherwise, they're going to be in for a rough time. Even with the 4-way FC, it's just not going to be enough. That accuracy advantage is killer. Especially when it comes to Score V2. I can't English. 3 perfect combos as well. A simple slider and miss on Upara's part. There's not really much you can do regarding that though. It is now Perhappy's pick. They really need something amazing for them here, because it is not looking too good for them. Left, we have Nomad 1 with the aim consistency, Nomad 3 ult, and Nomad 4's tech. Hidden one. Free mods. Both free mods still available. It is going to be the No Mod 4 though, with the tech pick. So we will be seeing perhaps some interesting sliders. Haven't looked at the map myself, but I'm going to be seeing it for the first time today. 5.9 stars, 180 BPM, very standard. 2 minutes 19 seconds long, slightly lower CS than usual. But when it comes to tech maps like these, accuracy is typically going to be your strong point. If you can hold good accuracy, then combo isn't as important because a lot of these slider ends are easily missable. We are just going to be waiting for Nothing Ever Happens to choose its members, and we will get in. Coming back into the lobby. Looks like Nothing Ever Happens is going to be sending in Fentos and Nutella. Dynamic duo. Perhaps we'll see another double FC from them. They seem to have quite the reputation as we head in to this match. We're just waiting a little bit here, and oh no, has something happened with Uparu? Alright, coming back here. All teams still holding the full way for FC. Nutella still holding the SS. Yeah, like before, when it comes to these sliders, being able to hit those slider runs and keep that accuracy is very important here. So Nutella still holding the SS is giving that incredibly early advantage to Nothing Ever Happens. Coming into the slow part. Perhappy, Hikaru on the lower side of the act. Nutella still holding an SS. And Fentos coming back up to 99. The Tapsies going on 98, almost 99. Hikaru going a little bit. Podgy Nutella finally getting a 100. That doesn't really matter at this point. The ACK advantage is just there. There isn't much that Perhappy can do. And Uparu breaks! Oh, that's so unfortunate. Nothing Ever Happens taking the massive lead while they can. Oh, and there goes a second break from Uparu. The nerves kicking in, but Podgy Nutella trades it. There isn't going to be enough map left to take it back. Nutella missing again, interestingly. Doing amazing early on. Perhaps the nerves from such good accuracy would get to him. But it is going to be a 170k gap in favor of Team Nothing Ever Happens. If Perhappy wants to win this, they now have to win every single pick that comes up as well as tiebreaker. They aren't looking too good here. Yeah, there goes no mod 4. And it's gonna be no mod 1. No mod 1, typically described as the coin flip of tournaments. The aim consistency required for it sometimes is just immeasurable, but we've seen a lot of full combos and very high accuracy scores. So this could either go a very, very close match, or it's going to be all in one person's favor. Let's hope that Tapsies and Uparu can just hold on to the double FC the whole way through, because based on Nothing Ever Happens track record, they have a very, very clean FC list coming up for them. Accuracy is going to be key here. Nothing Ever Happens bringing in Evil Scene to fight for them. Tapsies and Uparu, the stamina of having to do these maps back to back with little timeout for them might be taking a toll on them, honestly. They don't have too many options here. We are just going to be waiting here, and it's going to be Nutella on Nothing Ever Happens. Will they take it? Will they steal the point and secure themselves onto the next round? Actually, no, this is group stage. That's not how that works. Ignore me. But they will give themselves a hefty advantage here. Alright. No mod 1. Let's see what happens, folks. 200 BPM. CS 3.6, a little more lenient. And we're off the gates. Evil Scene. An early... potentially 100, or potentially a miss, looking at that combo. Going in for Happy's favor, can they keep it that way? Scores are almost equal. No one is letting go of either end. Nutella and Uparu still holding on to their SSs respectively. Tapsies and Evil Scene still on the very high accuracy FCs, potentially. I'd have to run it back on Evil Scene and see what happened. Perhappy still holding on, but only by a small threshold. It is slowly growing with a couple act drops from Evil Scene. Ooh, first 100 drop from Uparu, and then a miss! Multiple misses it looked like. Perhaps a misaim or a misread. But it is now going in the favor of Nothing Ever Happens. Nutella still holding onto that SS, not letting it go anywhere. They are comfortable on this map. It is a very easy pick for them. Oh, and there goes Tapsis breaking, and then breaking again. Perhaps the nerves have finally gotten to them. Looking very bad here. Last quarter of the map. I don't think it's gonna happen. 350k and growing gap. There goes my pen. Nutella still holding on to the SS. Will he SS the map? Is the question. Uparu breaking again, unfortunately. Rubbing salt in that wound. 1000 combo, another break from Hikaru, but at that point, it does not matter. With Nutella coming in with the double S. Truly impressive on their part. And no, it looked like on Evil Scene's part, there was just a simple slider end at the start. Unfortunate. That is going to be nothing ever happens. Winning this first match. Putting a very unfortunate strain on Team Perhappy. But they're not out quite yet. They do still have the other matches against each of the teams in Group Stage A. So we will be seeing more of them. And that does conclude this match. We will be back very soon, in just under 30 minutes at 10 PM for the next group stage event. And that stage is Du bist get genug versus Circle Click Cat. So in the D bracket. So this one is actually far more important to them because in these lower half of the brackets, they do actually face against an elimination potentially. So they have to be very careful with what they do here. But that is going to wrap it up for this stream. Be sure to stick around and wait, as we will be live again in a very short period of time. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.